So hopefully over the weekend you got a chance to look at the 8.1 section in our textbook about the angle addition formulas that were discussed, okay? And if it didn't make sense to you, then you're watching this video and I'll kind of go through the derivation here of one of those formulas. So if we look at it here, if we have a circle if we consider the angle that we're trying to find, the cosine of, whoops, that's a little short, that's okay, it'll still work, okay. We're trying to find that angle. Here's the angle we're trying to find the cosine of as we look at it, okay. And if we were to put it on a circle, we could go off of our standard position angle and have an angle right here. We'll call this one alpha, okay. And I'll use the red for the, actually I'll use blue for that angle, right, there's alpha. And then I'm going to use red for the other angle. If you hear a dog in the background, that's Moose. Okay, right, for myself. Okay, so we have that. Oh, you know what? Let me flip-flop these. Let me call this one alpha, and I'm just calling it alpha for ease, right? I'll call that one alpha, and I'll call this one beta. And by doing that, then this angle right here is going to be alpha minus beta. Okay, so for example, if this red angle was 60 and this angle was 45 here, then this angle would be 15 for ourselves. So let's say we're trying to find the cosine of 15 degrees here. Right, this is kind of what this is modeling for ourselves. So if we think of this as points, right, for ourselves, then this one right here, right, let's call this point P, right, that's, if we think about the coordinates of it, that's going to be, well, we draw a little right triangle in right here, okay? The x value is going to be the cosine of the angle. Let's make the assumption that these are both 1, by the way, right, for ourselves, 1 and 1, okay, as our distance there, right? We make that assumption just to help make this work, and we can, right, there's nothing, it's not making too much of an assumption there, okay? So cosine, and then this y value is the sine. Looking at this other point, which the book calls Q, right? The coordinate for that is going to be the cosine of alpha, and the y value is going to be the sine of alpha. Okay, it does not matter if the angle is acute or obtuse, right? This right here will take into account if it's in a first or second quadrant angle, depending on how we set this up. Okay, so if we now were to think about the distance from P to Q, here, right, and I'll do that in green, okay, distance P to Q, right, using our distance form. Actually, I'm just going to make that squared so I don't have to put a giant square root, okay, that would be, oh, I put T there, I should have had B there. Sorry, I'm not 100% with it today, I'm doing the best I can here, right, so we have cosine of alpha minus cosine of beta as the x distance apart, and then the y distance apart would be the sine of alpha minus the sine of beta for ourselves, and both those being squared because it's a distance formula. Okay, now if I go through and I actually distribute everything out and combine some like terms, I'll get cosine squared of alpha minus 2 cosine alpha cosine beta plus cosine squared of beta plus the sine squared of alpha minus 2 sine alpha sine beta, oops, plus sine squared of beta. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, everything looks good. Now if I look at it here, I can see that this and this together, that's going to give me 1. Okay, and that this and this together gives me another 1. So I did it in blue and black. Hopefully it's coming through. And then we have the rest of it as that minus 2 cosine alpha cosine beta and minus 2 sine alpha sine beta. Okay, and that equals PQ squared for ourselves. Okay, so we, at this point still kind of have it in the Pythagorean theorem set up for ourselves. And as we go from there, right, as we look at it, right, we have the P to Q, right, for ourselves. Let's see, we get 2 minus, right, 2 cosine alpha cosine beta minus 2 sine alpha sine beta, right, that equals, we got that. Okay, so as I did that, that's the distance formula for ourselves. Right? Okay. Right, for what we have there. Okay. Now, if I were going to also use the law of cosines here for this, and I could use law of cosines because I have side, angle, side. Okay, if I use the law of cosines, right, let me put that down here and do a different color for it. I'll do black for that one. For the triangle, okay? And this is where the book gets a little, I don't think they do a great job of it, okay? But it did the best I could. So law of cosines for this, right, would be that PQ squared equals 1 squared plus 1 squared minus 2 times 1 times 1 times the cosine of that angle alpha minus beta. Okay, that's my law of cosines. And if we look at that, look, we can see that we got that PQ squared there, right? So I can basically set these two equations equal to each other. So this would be 2 minus 2 cosine of alpha minus beta equals, and I'll do it in green now, 2 minus 2 cosine alpha cosine beta minus 2 sine alpha sine beta. Okay, the 2's are going to cancel. I'll divide by negative 2. When I divide by negative 2, I then get my first angle addition formula for myself. Okay? Boom. All right, there we have just proved the cosine difference formula, and that would be something that you want to put in a nice spot in your notes, maybe note card it up, right? Have that one down for yourself. Okay, in the next video, I'll show you how to get the other formulas from it. But this is the derivation of the cosine difference formula.